Welcome, all you entertainment out there in radio and television land. It's time again for a thrilling, exciting installment of Wicked Entertaining, coming at you live, typically every week, on Rock Radio. We're on Rock Ridge Live. We can also be found on the following audio sites. We're on iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon Music. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Audible, Spreaker, Podbean, Blog Talk Radio, Stitcher, TuneIn, and a bunch of other sites. Pretty much anywhere radio broadcasts and or podcasts can be heard. We're also on the following video sites: YouTube, Vimeo, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram TV. All you can do is type in Get Real Global TV, and you can find our channel on any of those sites. We are also distributed by the Sony family. We are the Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, The Orchard by Sony, Art 19, BMG, and 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. Shout out to John Joseph Goons, our fearless leader at Rock Rage Radio, and shout out to my people at Sony Music, especially Fizzle Sarks. And, gotta say hi to the producers. But we have an amazing guest here. Our hosts for the show, I'm Jennifer DeVoe Muse, aka Jenny. Typically, my husband James Muse, aka the Muse, joins me for our broadcasts. We are together, Jenny and the Muse. You can also find our other hosts on different networks and different things. We've got Greg Coster. He is a radio host and producer. We also have Amy Bowen, the sultry songstress of metal. We've got the Mexican Shire Stabler, and of course, actor, producer, and fitness trainer Eric Webb. They join us intermittently throughout the week on different episodes, so whenever they're available. And tonight, I have an amazing featured guest with us, an author, and singer, songwriter, artist, author, multi-genre author, believe it, award-winning multi-genre author, and she's also a podcast host for, check it out right here below, boom, 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 Insomnia Hour talk show with Sasha George. None other than boom, Sasha George.
Hi!
What's
How
up?
are you? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. If you like the background, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got like these hands all creepy, like they're pressing against the glass. It kind of reminds me of like zombie shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And be free to be yourself. You can swear.
But I would like to keep my brain, Jenny, please.
Well, yes, the brain. Why could they eat other things? No, I don't want that either. Yeah, I don't know. I was going with a dirty thing there.
Why not?
Down that trail, but but it's Halloween, and you are dressed like a sexy French maid, and we love it.
Right. I'm here to serve you and fluff your pillow.
Hell yeah, you fluff my pillow anytime you want. But I wish I had seriously got a freaking costume. I'm like, God damn it. Well, I had the grandchild all weekend, and he's very exhausting. It takes a lot of my time, and most of my money pretty much went to buy him stuff because I spoil him ruthlessly, like really, really bad. I mean, I go a little nutty for this child. I buy him snacks, dude. I buy him snacks. I buy him everything. I spend a lot of money on that child, but he's worth it. I love him.
Yes, he is. So, I love my kids too. So.
Hell yeah, yes. I'll let you know your kids are awesome. And,
thank you.
You're a great mom. I see certain posts online and things like that sometimes. And you have 2, correct?
I have 3. I have
3?
a 20.
Wow, okay, 3.
I have a 27-year-old with a granddaughter.
Whoa.
I know. I don't look like a grandmama.
No, you don't. Have mercy. I would thought maybe your oldest child was like, I don't know, 17 maybe.
No, and then I have an autistic son who is 13, and then a little girl is 11. So I have
Oh,
3.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm
Wonderful.
gonna be 50 the coming this April. So, and I
No
don't look it.
way. No, you
Yes.
don't. You know what? You
Mm.
know what? Me too. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be 50 at the end of January, so I
Nice.
predate you by about 2.5 months or something
Hey,
like
we
that.
still look great.
Yeah.
That's all the
That's what
point.
I'm saying. Nobody ever thinks that I'm my age because I get in the mosh pit still. I go hard and I go to a lot of heavy metal concerts. I still live big. I still go
Right.
hard. I still go big. I don't give a shit. You're not gonna. I'll be 80. I'll be that 80-year-old sitting on her porch, rocking in a rocking chair, smoking a big blunt with nice weed, and listening to Led Zeppelin
There
and
you
or
go.
possibly Metallica. I'm not sure. It
Well,
depends.
if I ever get dentures, I'll spit them at you.
Hell
There you
yeah!
go.
Hell yeah!
We'll
We'll
make
have
a day out of it.
sure. Why the fuck not? I'll come to you. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time.
Right?
Yeah, I need
You
to
know
go to
what? Thank you again for having me on your show. It's been a
Oh, most
while.
definitely. Oh, yes, I have missed you very much. I used to love when you would come down to the radio station and sit in Sherman Oaks and we did our thing. And I wish we could still do that, but alas, they
Yeah.
no longer
But
have
Sasha has
the
moved.
location. Yeah, well,
Sasha
so have
has
I.
moved.
I'm now on Rock Rage Radio. I am no longer
Oh,
with the
okay.
other network. So yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I love LA Talk Radio. I will always love LA Talk Radio. They were my home for over 5 years with my prior show, Jenny's Real Talk on the Block, and
Right?
you can still hear all the episodes. I downloaded all of them before they deleted my show page. But like it is what it is with anything. They just no longer had the physical location. Just COVID kind of messed
Yeah.
a lot of
Well, I
things up for a
actually
lot of
moved
people.
location, so
Wow.
I'm no longer in Fullerton, California. I'm
Oh,
way
okay.
over in Oroville,
Where?
California, which
Where?
is near Yosemite area.
Oh, well, Lord,
Yes.
that's where the hell is that? Is that like way up north,
That's
west,
way that's
northeast,
way
north? Where the
north.
hell are you?
That's like
Northeast? I don't
in
know.
the trees and the real mountains, and it's
Yeah, wow,
gorgeous.
that's a
Absolutely gorgeous.
huge difference. Huge difference. Why did you
Yeah.
choose to do that?
Um, just, I needed a nice sound location to write, new reflection, new personality, new drive,
Right.
and it suited me well. And since being here, uh really focused and produced a lot, especially with the Ronnie King Group,
Oh, wonderful. Yes,
multi-platinum, Oscar
yeah.
Grammy nominated music producer, arranger, composer
Oh,
Ronnie King.
yes, yes. I'm friends with Ronnie. I know. Yes, I would like to
Right?
get him on the show. Speaking of that, I do want to get him on the show and
Yeah,
feature
we
his
just we
stuff too.
just
So yes,
yeah, we just wrote a song called Save Yourself.
wonderful,
Fabulous song. I song wrote it and he produced the music, and
wonderful.
it's had such a great feedback. It's a
Mm,
self-affirmation song
oh,
that's,
nice.
the world hits you with such self-doubt, but you're
Yeah.
self-affirming and uplifting. So it was really amazing working with him because he has produced so many major people in the industry. And
Yes.
here I am in this legendary studio at Chateau Relaxo.
Very nice.
And I call him Maestro. And I'm like, I am so scared, Maestro. And he's like, no, no, you can do this. And I'm like, alrighty. So it went from a different version of what I expected, and he just pulled it out and it became like this reggae 80s song, and he kept, and I have
Oh,
the Motels vibe voice, so
oh, very
the singer,
nice. I
very low
love
and
it.
sultry, right?
That's nice. It's good singing.
Right. Yeah, and also we worked on his book, uh, collaborated with him to bring alive uh, seven major
Oh
kings.
wow.
So this book is a resource book that helps understand his journey as a producer. So it was great contributing and participating in that. And but now we're working on a fictional book with him and
Oh
I
wow.
called The Surviving Beat, which is
Ooh.
really something new for him, because I'm like, you got to come into the fiction world, Ronnie. You just
Nice.
gotta.
Kind of like you did with Billy Stevens. You know, like you guys
Yes.
all kind of like that collaborative
And it
piece,
was
and
great.
that's yes,
Yeah.
wonderful. I miss Billy too, so I want to get him on the
I
show
miss
again.
him too. He's
Yeah.
on his journey now.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I'm
But that's
hoping
wonderful.
one day I can nab him just a little bit so we can finish writing Torn Asunder Part 2. It's
Oh
been way
right,
too.
yes. It has been a
Yes,
while.
it
It's been a
has.
while.
But,
Yes.
sometimes if you don't feel it, it's not gonna. I'd rather him feel it that moment and it will come to life.
Right.
Uh, and what else? Oh God. And I just released Realm,
Oh
that book,
yes. I
which
saw that
is,
on when you were talking about it on Facebook and other stuff.
yes, the
Very nice.
response was amazing. I
Could you tell everybody a little bit more about the book?
oh, Realm?
Yeah.
Realm is a fictional book about good that turns evil and bad that
Mm.
turns good.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a journey of self change.
Oh
And
wow.
it's meant not for children 18 and younger. I mean, it's a
Okay,
dark.
I got you.
I
I got
write
you. Dark
psycho.
themes and yeah.
Yeah, I write psychological suspense books, and
Yes.
and everybody's like, "Oh, I love vampires." Yeah, but this isn't like a nice, like, cutesy Twilight. You know that,
No, your books are definitely not. Because I still need to read a couple more of them, but I started the book series. Which one was that?
The House of Blood,
Yes, the
A
House of
Vampire's
Blood.
Remorse,
Oh, I love those books so much,
right?
and I need to get back to reading the rest of those because I have a bunch of your books, and I want to finish. I want to read them all. It's just like
Right.
finding the time to like sit down and be able to actually like read a book.
I think the
Oh,
recent
oh,
one
wait,
I
wait.
sent.
Somebody wants to say hello.
Hi, how are you? Kisses to you. Oh my
He's like, oh
God.
no, Sasha's gonna be on. I have to say hi.
Right? Hi.
The
I
Muse
think
made
the most
his guest
recent book I
appearance.
sent you was Spectre Within, which was my ghost
Yes,
story one.
yes, that one. Yes.
Yes, that was very in depth. It also features a great thank you to some of my musician friends like Anxious
Right.
Annie and
Oh
Ninth
yes, I love
Circle.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
they when they played Anxious Annie played for me down at Malone's. That was a wonderful show. Well, not stages, but at that time
Yes.
it was still called Malone's in Santa Ana. So that was really nice. They were a great band. They had big reception. They brought a lot of people.
Mhm.
They were very popular, and so
Yes.
yes, I love Anxious Annie most definitely.
Yeah, I love working with musicians because you need that music to get into the depth of the character mood. Like if
All
I
right.
want an action-packed character feeling
Mm-hmm.
that adrenaline, I'll go to like Ninth Circle, which is, Richie Brooks, um,
Yes.
Dennis Brown, and Frankie, and all those guys. And they
Yes, I
just
think I
really,
follow them on Instagram, I believe.
yes, and
I
they
think I
are
like
such
them too.
amazing musicians.
Yes,
Love them, love them.
I agree.
And it's just
You're giving me
nice
all
to
kinds
have.
of great ideas to put people on the show. See now, see
Right?
I've got Ronnie King, Billy Stevens,
Yeah.
Lion
Oh, here,
Circle, Anxious
I'll give you
Annie.
all. I'll give
Anxious
you
Annie's
all.
been trying to get on the show for a while. Yes, I finally got him to play a concert of mine,
They're doing
but now
great.
I would like to also feature them on the show. So that's another
Yeah,
nice.
I designed their website, so
Oh,
it's,
wonderful.
yeah, you know me. I like to be with everybody.
They're gonna need to pay you to design my website. I got it started, but I need to. I got a good amount of it done, but I need to keep working on it. It's a work in progress. That's what it
Well,
is.
and let's see what else. Then also came out this past year was
Mm,
Lost and Found, which
nice.
was two series as well, books. So
Okay.
Lost and Found 1 and 2. is also a psychological suspense about a woman with amnesia who is mistaken by uh, a killer who thinks
Mhm.
it's his old wife, doppelganger. So he
Oh
tries to
wow.
convince her that he's her husband.
Oh
So
wow.
that journey is very intense. That actually that
Yes.
that series and Spectre Within has been my
Mhm.
most popular books. So I'm very
Nice.
happy with them because they really help people think
Yes.
and stuff. What else? Side project collaboration. Working with Joe Waller. I'm doing
Mhm.
illustrations for his children's books. Um,
Nice. Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. And the Insomnia Hour has been on a little bit of a hiatus because obviously I've moved to a new location
Right.
and just trying to get settled and get these other projects out of the way so that I
Of
can get
course.
back into that sensual voice that everybody likes on the airwaves.
I love it.
Right.
I just get called sir all the time. That's about. I'm just kidding. No, I do all day long on the phone. I do mobile customer service for Spectrum.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
as my day job, and yeah, so all day long I get called sir.
You're like, all
um,
right, we're going to have some problems
No,
here.
no, I really don't care. I use it as part of my stand-up comedy routine. If you can't laugh at yourself, how do you have the right to laugh at anybody else? So
True.
yes, I have a voice, and in the drive-through and over the phone, I can understand why people would mistake me as Stan. But that gives me some benefits in life, in the sense of I can impersonate my son, I can impersonate my husband or my nephew if I needed to talk about a bill. I mean, it does have an advantage. You know, I could I could make my voice sound more with a lilt in it, so I sound like a female. I can do whatever I want. So
Okay.
I want to do voiceover. I want to get into voiceover work. That's one of the
You
things I
know, the
really want
best
to do.
place to go is voices.com, and there you can
Yes,
start.
I'm actually a member there, but I think I need to upgrade plan to, what it's
Yeah,
supposed to be, so I
I'm
can
there
actually do it.
too.
Oh, they have
I'm there
voices
too.
1, 2, 3 also. It's actually
Good.
finding the time to submit, like record stuff and submit stuff, but
Right?
I'm trying to really take things more seriously now, like in the sense of all this. Let me know if you want a channel on my TV network.
Oh, okay.
I'm setting up a 100 channel TV network, and we
You
can
want me
feature
to
all your
submit
stuff
some
on there.
voice for you and be like,
Oh,
"Hi,
voice,
welcome
or
to
we could
Wicked
also
Entertainment for Jenny."
with your show, with your Insomnia Hour. Is that
Mhm.
just audio or is it video also?
I do not do video.
Okay, got
People
you.
like a lot of audio. It's like
Okay,
a book kind of feeling
like
for them
audiobook type
because
thing. I got you.
yeah, because then when people are at work, they can't watch video, but they
Very
can listen
true.
to audio.
Very
So
true.
I
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. My
So
show is the
it's
same way. You gotta offer. I offer both options, video
right.
or audio. So it just depends on what people want.
Yeah, I think when I'm alone and trying to talk, I'm like either scratching or going like this, or I feel very awkward. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I got you. Yes, it's more. Yeah, but you have a great voice for audio, especially. So
Yes, and so I like that mystery, you know.
yeah, I got you. I see why. I got you. I totally
Yeah,
understand
I
now.
think the only visuals I appreciate is the photography. I enjoy doing photography of myself, but videos,
Right.
I just, uh, you know. I used to when I was in college, my teacher would always say, "Stop clenching your teeth." It took me a long time not to talk like this when I was doing video. He's like, "Relax." I'm like, "I'm trying to relax. I'm here."
Oh, it's one of the-
Right, and then, he said, "Well, when you're producing, talk from where you're not looking at it, so it feels like you're talking to somebody." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, but I still wanna look at the camera."
All right.
Right?
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, but, other than that, just been producing artwork, a lot of, commission artwork, acrylic and digital. I can't speak. And currently working on an animation. So
Oh,
that's
awesome. That's
right.
wonderful.
And I got a new photographer for the Insomnia Hour, which is
Ooh,
Realm. Her name,
okay.
I always mess her up. The Realm of Ash Howard. She is a
Ah,
phenomenal person. So she does great photography and illustration work of families. So, like a family would submit their picture and she would design it into like a character, like the Sims visual and stuff like that. So
oh, wow.
she's yeah, she's really great. So if you look her up, the realm of Ash Howard, you can really indulge. She put me in
Oh,
several of her comics, and the recent one was a chicken one. So I'm not even
oh,
going to
wonderful.
describe that. Yeah, I'm not.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So my adventures is really a lot of just producing music, always busy, and people are like, "Do you
Yes, you
sleep?" And I'm
are.
like, "No,
Yeah,
no."
I get asked the same question.
Right. But I've had many people ask me, for interviews and stuff, and I just haven't done them, but I
Right.
extended that bridge to you because I love you.
I love you too, very much, and I'm very honored that you're on the show today.
I feel
Because
that
I
too.
was, I don't know, I just you're always been one of my favorite people and one of my favorite, guests to have on the show. So,
It's because I don't have dimples, or I do, right?
you have awesome dimples. That's what it is. And I always told my
Uh,
husband if I was going to leave him for somebody, it would be you.
me.
Exactly. But sorry,
I'll take you,
Sasha has
baby.
me. Sasha had my heart. Sorry,
I
you
I love
lost
you.
me. Don't screw up. I said, don't screw up. Don't drop the
Uh,
ball.
right? Well, aside from the adult perspective of everything on the children, I
Yes.
release Elizabeth Valentine's. It's a children's book based on divorced parents.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it helps, because schools today make it hard for children to, like there's projects like Valentine's
Mhm.
Day is like, hey, make a Valentine's Day present for your parent. But
Mhm.
what if the parents are split? You know what I mean? It really tears the
Yeah.
child up. So this book, Elizabeth Valentine's Day, helps children learn how to do it to the project, but yet separate enough to give to both parents to feel included with them. It's,
Oh, that's nice.
a really dynamic book. Um,
Mhm.
I illustrated the character after my daughter Elizabeth, because God bless her
Nice.
heart, she
Yeah.
had to be there.
Yeah, right.
um, and then I'm now writing Maestro's Amazing Adventure. It's my
Oh,
first adult, like young adult, 13
okay.
and up book.
Okay.
Um, so it's really a step out of it because most of my children's books have been for younger,
Okay.
first learners and little subjective, like
Mhm.
siblings to autism kind of
Oh,
things.
right. Which
So
is
this
good.
is yes. Well, Dan's World was based on my son. It
Mhm.
was to help my daughter learn how to respond to an autistic sibling. It's not
Yeah.
to say how autism is because there's such a large spectrum of the
Yes, very much
autism.
so. Yes. Mhm.
And these children books really help the sibling and other children
Mhm.
relate better to autistic. And so that book has been such a major success for my
Nice.
children to teach them. But
That's
like I said,
wonderful.
this new one is definitely, I wanted to branch off because my children are older and I want them
Mhm.
to grow, kind of
Right.
like the Harry Potter stuff. You
Nice.
want your children to grow with the characterization. And so God
Mhm.
bless Harry Potter.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
kidding.
The series that never dies. No, I'm just kidding. No, I
No,
I
it
love
doesn't.
Harry Potter.
I
I do
do
love Harry Potter
too.
though. It's transcendent. it deals with real world issues, but at the same time in a fun way, in the sense of like in the world of like magic and other things.
It
But there's still an
does.
underlying story and an underlying theme and message within the books and or movies. You just
Yeah.
have to like be paying attention. But it could be relatable to children and to older people, like
Yeah.
maybe you went through something like that when you were a teenager or a kid or whatever,
Oh
so
yeah.
it kind of puts
Oh yeah.
things more into perspective and like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Now I have children, so now I see. You don't maybe necessarily always see your shortcomings or your strengths or certain things like that until you have like children
Yes.
and or grandchildren.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting journey for sure. I
Yeah.
wish I
Like
had more
for
of a book like that for my kids. I have a special needs child also. He's
right.
now he's now 24,
Oh,
and
he's gotten bigger.
yeah, and now he has a kid, so that's so
Oh wow.
yeah, so I don't
Congratulations.
yeah, that's the grandkid. So I don't know. My grandson is very intelligent, but he's also
hmm
kind of I don't want to say like uh, I don't know. He's pretty normal for the most part. I don't really
Yeah.
see I don't really see the issues in him that my son had when he was a kid. So hopefully that will continue to be the case.
hmm
Um, I'm not noticing anything yet, but we'll see how it transpires.
Well, knock
Um,
on wood that it's
yeah,
just an even balance in life
I just
and
I also just hope he doesn't get our mental health issues.
understand.
It tends to, I got it from my mother, and then both my children got cursed from me, and then my son got a devil because his father also had mental health issues, and he never took medication. I do take my meds, and I do what I need to do to, you know,
Yeah, but you know
be
what?
on
You're
the
an
right path.
example which people can follow and understand and learn how you developed and that's what makes you so unique, especially you designing this show around other people so that you can talk about these unique issues, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
And like a lot of my books deals with individuals who are lonely but learn to go on a journey and not feel so like I have to commit, but I can
That's
do
wonderful.
life in that
Yeah.
matter. Yeah.
I like how you do many different genres, though. Like, you do like the horror
I
with the
do
vampires, and there's a
espionage,
sci-fi. Yep, espionage.
espionage,
Yep,
children's books, resource books, art
yeah,
books, poetry.
yeah.
It's not
Yes,
normal
poetry even.
poetry. It's cantos. If you
Okay.
don't know what a canto is, it's like Shakespeare, like
Oh,
storytelling.
okay.
So, my famous book, The Huntsman Stole My Heart, is my very
Ooh,
first
yes.
canto, and
Yes, I remember that.
that sold over 2,000 copies. So that was a very successful, and I got a big ass trophy
I'm
over
like
that.
looking like I know I have your vampire Bible box that you gave me here somewhere, and
Yes,
I'm
that
like,
was
we
designed by
moved, and I'm
David
like,
Finkel. hmm
yes, I'm like, where in the hell is it? I'm like looking around. I'm like, where did he put that? Because I wish I had thought about that before I came on. Because I was gonna pull out all of your books and like flip them up like this and show stuff, and then I was gonna like
Right?
have your little box and stuff. And I'm gonna definitely I need to show that on another episode.
Yeah,
That box was
the House of Blood
amazing.
has
Oh
brought such amazing people together. Like
yes,
Sean Silas produced the theme song of the House of Blood. So
yes,
there's an actual song for it.
that's
David
wonderful.
Pinkel, he did the book that you have the
Yeah.
actual the book was designed to where you can put the book series within it. It's like an enclosed like thing. He did such an amazing craft of it. You know, it's just I love that so many people reach out and they say, "Can I participate with in your creative collaborative?" And I'm always open to that doorway because I look at it when you work with me, I want to hold hands and make this big production. I want
Mhm.
people to feel included. I want them to feel equal. Like for me, it's like I don't get any rights for these musicians who produce. I'm like, you keep your rights, you keep it
Oh,
as long as
nice.
it, yeah, you know what I mean?
That's
And
wonderful.
that's part of helping people
Mhm.
feel like purpose, new renewed purpose, you
Right.
know? And music is definitely good for books.
Mhm.
And so later on, when a film, that's one thing I'm trying to get into, is filming an actual
Nice.
one of my books. I've had several offers. I'm still looking at the legitimacy for mostly for Spectre Within, for
Ooh,
filming.
nice.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think we should
So
do the House of Blood. I really think we should like turn that into. I want. Look, these are things that I really want to do in life is make TV shows and movies.
yeah, the
And
House of
I
Blues is
think
based for
yes,
it's for series. It was
yes,
designed for a series,
I
not for a
agree.
movie.
Oh,
Movies,
definitely. I want like a
yeah,
full TV series. I see that something on like maybe Showtime or possibly even like Epix or Stars or one of those really awesome like networks or even Netflix could do it. Like if we
right?
could get them behind our project and fund the project and maybe we can get some decent actors for it. I'm just
Oh
saying we
yeah.
can make this a thing,
Yeah, we
you know.
could. Oh,
We just need to
absolutely.
write so we just need to write what a screenplay and a synopsis or something like we have to submit it. There's ways
Mhm.
to do it. I think we could totally make that
Well,
into
I have a
a
really
TV
great
series.
screenwriter that I know.
Ooh, nice.
So
That'd be
I could
wonderful.
totally work with him. Actually, it was my instructor in school.
Oh,
So
nice.
he is in a lot of major film, Scott Essman. So
Oh,
he
yes.
is such
Nice.
a great person that if I ever needed that, he would definitely work with me on that level if
Oh, that's
we
awesome.
pursue that.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like in the future, I think that that would be a great project because it has a great storyline and
Yeah, well,
character
here's a lot
development and, you know.
people don't understand. The book, The House of Blood, is really it's war. It's a war-based book.
Mhm.
And it's really, if you want to like get to the core, the bones of the stories, it's really about heaven losing souls, hell losing souls, and the metaphysical plane where ghosts and things are being reincarnated within vampires. And if you have that imbalance, no souls going to heaven, none going to hell,
Mm.
and they're all reincarnating back on earth, what
Oh,
happens?
wow. Ooh, yeah. That's crazy.
It's chaos, and that is what
Massive
the
chaos.
massive chaos. So literally, if you have the mindset to understand, to go within the journey and the psychological warfare to outwit heaven, hell, the metaphysical plane, it's like all fighting the deadly sins, like
Oh,
since
yes.
the reincarnation, you know what
Mhm.
I mean, of Christ. So that is literally the book series. And I
Right.
tell people you really have to think when you read this book, and that's why
Right.
it's so successful. And it's hard, even hard for me to write because I have to feel that dominant, like, "Urgh." You know what I mean? When
I
you know
gotcha.
you're gonna have to fight people, you have to study warfare. You have to,
Yes.
and I have to tell people what I utilize from history is not history itself, it's redefined to fit the perspective. So don't
Okay.
take it. I've had those people. That's
Don't
not
get
in the
literal.
history books. This is not part of. That's never happened. I'm like, it's
Oh
fiction.
my lord, it's fiction. That's the
It's
whole point.
fiction,
It's fiction. It's not
right?
based on real events. It's not based on real history. Get over yourselves. This is not a nonfiction book.
Right,
This is not Dance Macabre by Stephen King. It is not a nonfiction
right,
piece of work. We're not trying to go there. We're trying to do
right,
fiction. Hello. So think within a fiction realm. Like, you
right.
know,
But
stupid.
I love people who do that. I honestly love the critics who try to, you know, pick it at their own pace. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I don't like Picasso because I'm not an abstract thinker, but I love Monet because he tricks your eyes when you look at the painting. So, I mean, it's really all in who wants to like it or not. And I
Oh yeah.
just say that with music. I love certain sounds that I know people won't like, but I can't get into the Cookie Monster music. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't understand you. What? But
Depends on my mood.
99.99% people like that, and God bless you for understanding that because I would love
It
a
depends on my
translator.
mood. I don't like jazz, but it doesn't
Right?
mean jazz is bad. It doesn't mean that
Exactly.
people who play or listen to jazz music are bad. It's just I don't prefer that style of music. It,
Right?
you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not saying it
Right?
sounds necessarily horrible or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm more rock or metal or some screamo music. Yes, I do like, but they're the ones I can understand. But I also listen to Rammstein, and Rammstein
Oh, I
is German,
love
so
Rammstein.
but
I
they're
get
in
so
German. That's what I'm
jealous people
saying.
who see
Still,
their shows.
yes, they're
Oh,
amazing.
they
That's what I'm saying. It's
are.
just it's just different. But it's perspective. Everybody has what they like and what they don't like.
Oh, I
Everybody is
know.
different, but that's what makes the world amazing is that it takes all kinds, all colors of beauty, all
Right?
perspectives, liking different styles of music. And if people didn't push boundaries and didn't like different things, then we wouldn't have new sounds and new styles of music constantly evolving and
Oh,
coming into fruition. You
I
think
love
that
when you
like
preach it,
disco,
Jennifer.
magically disco just came about and then whatever. Like
Right?
every style of music had its place in history and is still relevant and is still good. And maybe people go back and they sample a piece of it and then okay, let's style a new music, whatever. I mean, there was hip hop and rap, and now there's trap.
Right.
Okay, and then everything is different. We have many different styles and subgenres of metal
Right.
and subgenres of rock, and it's just so many different things. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody likes
It
what they like,
is.
and either you like it or you don't. And but don't
Yeah.
criticize me or hate on me because I like a certain thing. So I'm not going to hate on you or
Right.
despise you because you like a certain thing.
For me,
Everybody's different.
I can never do love stories. I
Okay.
have a hard time with like the happily ever ending books because
Oh, I
I'm
got you.
like,
Because it's not reality. It
go
doesn't
watch,
work.
go watch the Hallmark car show.
Go watch Twilight. Watch Twilight. No, I'm sorry. I like 30 Days of Night where they viciously rip the throat out, and I don't
It's
really care so much.
animalism. That's reality, and you're
Well,
like,
I'm sorry.
oh.
Vampires aren't supposed to sparkle
No.
and be
Well,
in daylight.
maybe
I
for
don't care.
maybe for those young
Whatever.
kids that need
Yeah, well, my sister was in her damn
the
30s,
bling.
and she was
They needed
obsessed
the
with that
bling.
shit. Yeah,
They
I'm just
needed the
like, nah.
bling.
Well, to each their own. If you like that, that's wonderful. I
Right.
prefer things like Supernatural or True Blood or,
Oh,
more on the hardcore
right.
style.
Yeah. For me, I really my favorite genre of movies is martial art films.
Oh,
Like
they're wonderful too. Do you
me
like the old
I
stuff with the
I like
like
the old
the,
stuff and
yeah?
my favorite martial art is Jet Li.
Oh,
I
he
loved
is
him.
amazing.
He
Oh my
is
God.
if
Was
I
it
wa I want
Unchained?
I loved
Unchained?
him in The Hero.
Oh,
That
yes, that was
is
a
a
good one too.
story of
Yes.
it's the Eastern story of the hero does his journey, but he
Mhm.
dies the hero's death. And that is like, Western movies are based on the hero goes and he wins, where the Eastern is the hero goes, but he dies, but passes his legacy on. And those are the stories I like. I like
Right.
the what doorway are we going to go? Is it going to be that death, or is it going to be further and then death? I know it's so
All right.
terrible.
Have
But
you
yeah.
ever seen a movie called Kung Fu Hustle?
Yes, I have. I love that one.
I love that movie, and thank you to the Muse. Shout out to him being in the other room. I absolutely loved Kung Fu Hustle. He introduced that movie to me, I think a couple of months ago. I had never seen it, and I absolutely love martial arts movies, especially where they dub English over the native language, whatever they're speaking.
Right. I just love
And
her slapping the
oh
guy with
god,
her shoe, her slipper.
yes! Oh, that was hilarious. And when she screamed, she like you like went, I did that whole thing, the epic. Oh man, that was awesome. And you didn't even know, like you thought they were cowards and they ran away, but then couldn't find out they were really badasses that like could totally
Right?
annihilate people. And I don't know, it was a great movie. It was hilarious.
It
And
was.
go check it out, everybody, if you ever want to see a comedy style of martial art movie. Check out Kung Fu Hustle. It is, of course, yes, that's a wonderful genre. Wonderful.
Oh, and
I love action movies. Hell yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to surprise you exclusively that this Christmas, my autobiography is going to be released.
Oh, wonderful.
This book defines my weight loss journey
Oh,
from
yes. That's,
310
and
pounds.
congratulations, by the way, on that.
Thank
You
you.
have done an incredible job.
Yeah.
I want to be you. I just want to be you.
I
You
went
are one
from
of my
three.
heroes. To be honest with you, you're one of my
Thank
heroes.
you.
I want to be you.
Oh, I love you. It just goes from the weight loss, and then dealing with being a chronic blood clotter with
Yes.
factor five Leiden,
Yes.
um, and then being a mother with an autistic child, and
Yes.
all the book is called Lifetime Duality. So the duality is the pain, which brings out the creativity. So it
Wonderful.
attaches us into these bases to help you, the reader, find your own pathway with these mindsets, these
Oh,
struggles, if you relate, and how it will help better you and your journey if you face these things. Because people always ask me, how did you do it? Was there some special thing? And I'm
mm,
like, with my weight loss, I have two metal rods holding my spine up, so I can't do sit
oh,
ups. Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
these, and I have such problematics that it's just, with the blood factor aspects, I can't eat vitamin K, which is
Oh,
in a lot
wow.
of foods. So I
Oh,
can't really
wow.
diet on food. So it's these things, like I can't tell you how to lose weight, but I will share with you how I overcame these really essentials that normal people
Right.
utilize to lose weight.
Right.
So that, and then photography, and like how I utilized after my divorce. I went through a self-destructive phase of feeling
Um,
worthless. I hate
went through
myself.
that. Yeah, been
So,
there.
and I read the book about Leonardo da Vinci, where every day he would draw a picture of himself getting older.
Oh,
So
right.
I take selfies of myself to help define where I've been sad to a more expressive happiness of me. So
Wonderful.
those are the things within this book that I feel, help understand why I became an author, or where my artistry came from, uh, what it is to fight certain factors in your life.
Right.
Um, and also time management. People are like, how do you write all these books? How do you do
Oh,
this
right.
artwork? How do you do that? And it's really, I lay it out for you within this book of how you can manage yourself to be multifaceted entrepreneur yourself. And
Right.
it's going to be a great book. So, and I'm happy to share that with you on your show.
Yeah. That's wonderful. I'm very excited.
Yes, I can. I'll send it to you. Obviously, I always send you books.
Yeah. Oh, I love your books.
I love you,
I have a
gentlemen.
stack of them.
I need to send you some artwork so you can
Oh,
put in your
yes,
back.
please. Oh, I remember you had that art book you put out. Wasn't there? You did have an
Yeah,
art book, right? I remember that.
I have 3 of them. They're called
Oh,
Sasha
yes.
George Art. So yeah,
Nice.
a lot of them are digital, but the actual I do acrylic artwork and
Oh,
renovations on furniture. So
wonderful.
like I redesign it so like when you're looking at a table, you feel like you're falling into a new perspective, a new world and
Ooh,
stuff.
that's awesome. It's kind of like, oh, what was that? Oh, what's that artist who does the thing where it all like things build on each other, and
Oh, I
you
forgot
know who
who
I'm
it
talking
is.
about? I can't think of his name. God dang it.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, he does weird art. I always loved his stuff.
Right? Oh God, I don't know.
I'll,
But
yeah, I'll find it.
I did a twin flame series art pieces that numerous people bought. So I was happy
Mhm.
that collection was sold. If you don't know what a twin flame is, it's very like your opposite person, your soulmate, your astrological. So like when you're chasing them, they're kind of moving away, but when you move away, they chase you until one day you kind of fit. It's
Oh
really
wow.
it's a struggle and yeah, so that was a really great series to paint.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just like how you do so many different things, and I mean, I feel like that's why I feel like you and I relate a lot because
Oh
we've
yeah,
been
you
through a
do a
lot of
lot
this.
too. You're a
Yeah, but like, I just wish I guess I did more. I don't know what I want to say, but I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had more time or took the time. I should like set more time aside to do things like I want to.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's hard, especially when you have so many different demands
Loves.
today in society and family and work, you know what
Yes.
I mean?
Yeah.
But I would is it okay to do a little shout out?
Yes, you shout out to whoever you want to. Yes.
Okay. I want to say hello to all my friends at Feather Falls Casino. I love you guys.
Nice.
And Dustin Smack, who I adore so much. I hope he's watching. And
Mhm.
my children and my family, and just all my supporters who continue to give me such reliable commentary to build my self esteem, my artistry, my books, and everything. And of course, to you, Jennifer, who I adore for taking the time to tell my story and project. And hopefully, I'll I'll meet new people from this show. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Most definitely. Can you tell everybody where they can find your books, your art, and anything like merchandise or anything that you sell, any types of anything that you do, or and your social media, things like that?
Oh, it's very simple. SashaGeorge.com. It is the yellow pages of everything you need straight on there. So, SashaGeorge.com.
Awesome. I love it. And I know you can find her on social media. You can the Insomnia Hour, just Insomnia Hour. Yes.
Yeah, it's insomniahour.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That way they can
Yeah.
listen to all your episodes and everything.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's I try to stay away from doing musical interviews, though people ask all the time. But the
Mm,
show is really about what you're thinking in those insomnia hours, various
mm,
topics. You know, why was a selfie created? What's the history of that selfie? And, why do
mm,
we codepend on it today to self affirm that we
mm.
exist holding a phone to our face? It's like those
Yeah.
topics that make you think, like, what the hell?
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have insomnia quite often. Uh, Sometimes, I go through manic phases with my
Right.
bipolar, and then I can't, or I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I'm up like I can't stop thinking about things because I have like a lot, like a lot on my mind, and I just can't sleep. And even if I've taken my medication, I still can't sleep, and it's
Your
just, it's
brain
very,
is loud with
yeah, it's
that.
very frustrating. Heavy lies the crown. I'm just kidding. No, the head that wears the crown. I don't know. Um, Sometimes I just feel like I have too much on my plate, like too many responsibilities, too many things, and I'm trying to juggle too many balls, and there's a lot of things that I'm missing out on because of that. But like these things keep me up at night sometimes. Or sometimes it's just going through a manic phase and I just cannot sleep. You know. So
Yeah.
yes, my mind thinks about all kinds of
But
crazy
you know
shit.
what? Good thing you have this talk show so that when, or any time you want to talk, you have this platform to just get whatever energy out of your brain.
Yes, which I do love that
Mhm.
outlet, and especially where it also gives me a way to talk to my friends,
Mhm.
that I love, like you, and my bands that I manage, and my friends that are artists and musicians and authors and whatnot. So it gives me time to be with them, even if it's just
Right.
for an hour here and there.
Yeah.
At least I get time with you guys, and so that's like it makes me happy that I get to spend time with my friends. It's not just a talk show. It's not just where we play music videos and movie trailers and have fun and whatnot. It's also thinking about deep subject matters that
And that's
sometimes
important.
make people, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but sometimes it just makes people really go, "Oh, damn! Well, that's really deep and holy shit," you know.
But
But
sometimes
you
you
know,
need to talk about those subject things, you
yeah,
know?
I agree. But you did inspire me to start my own book series,
Oh, good.
and
Yay.
so I so far I have a working title called Abnormal,
Ooh, I love it.
and it's about a girl who is like a preteen, and it's kind of like, it's loosely based on myself
Oh,
in
that's
my
good.
my life in the sense, but it's fiction, but it's kind of not fiction. I
Right.
I've always had the ability, like premonition,
Mhm.
either dreams or during the waking state. Like creepy stuff. Like I saw myself hit a deer 8 minutes before I hit a deer.
Wow.
It's like really creepy
Is
shit.
that
Like I go up out
considered
of my
it is
body.
a premonition and intuition, isn't it?
It's also kind of like astral projection sometimes too, because I
Yeah.
literally go up out of my body. Like I'll be just standing there. I went to go
Mhm.
unlock my car one night. I was working in Gray, Maine at McDonald's,
Right.
and it was late. I was like 8:30 ish, and I go to get in my car, and I go to unlock the door, and all of a sudden I go, and it's like I go up out of my body. I go into the future or whatever, my future self, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden I'm there and I see whatever happens. And then, so I saw myself, I'm in my car driving home on a back
Right.
road, or I'm just driving. I don't necessarily see all the details sometimes. Things are a
Mhm.
little fuzzy. It's
Right.
annoying, so I don't see like completely the whole story, but I see myself driving home and all of a sudden I hit a deer.
So it's like almost like a déjà vu kind of feel
It's
sensation.
creepy though. It's really weird. It's like
Yeah.
all of a sudden I suck back into my body, and then 8 minutes later I fucking hit a deer. So I'm just saying these crazy things happen to me all the time, but it's gotten stronger as I've gotten
I
older.
don't think it's crazy. I think a lot of people experience such and I don't think they come forward as much, but it's definitely something that our mindset is some are not tapped into, like maybe
Yeah,
you.
I'm more hypersensitive, and a lot of it I think got unlocked when I was 11 and I drowned and I was dead for 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
when I
I've heard
came
of stuff
back,
like
all of
that.
a sudden, it's like I don't know if you ever saw there's a Kevin Costner movie. I can't think of the name of it right now. Uh, something echoes.
Oh,
Stir of Echoes.
yes. Yeah,
Stir of
echoes.
Echoes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Stir of Echoes, where she does that reading on him and puts him into like a trance
Oh,
state, like or
yeah,
whatever.
and then
And then when
and
she goes up, she says, "Open up your mind." When he's under hypnosis, she says,
his
Open your mind."
house
And when he
is
comes out of it, it just like opens everything
right.
up, where he
Yeah.
starts to see things that other people cannot see. He sees
He sees
beyond
the
the
murder
veil.
of the girl, and
Yes, he sees
that's
beyond the veil. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, beyond that
Yeah.
veil of what, and
I
I feel that
love
that's what happened to me. I really do.
I love
Yeah.
ghost stories, so but I love that
I saw
you
my
can
mom. I saw my
tap into
mom.
that. That
I
is
saw my
so neat.
mother after she died. 6 months after she died, she came to me in my bedroom, and I
Oh,
was
wow.
awake. I slapped myself in the face. I pinched my arm. I, she was there, and my older sister has, and my niece and some other people have seen her roaming around Holton, Maine, up on the Canadian border,
Oh,
where she is buried and where she passed away.
right.
And they saw her in their house, a couple
Uh-huh.
different places that they lived, and
Right.
so it's not so you know what I mean? So it's not just me who has seen her, but I just feel like our family is more in tune with
You're
a lot
more
of
you
those
have the
things.
sixth sense. You have
Yeah,
that sixth sense which connects you
it's weird.
to your future, to
Yeah,
you and the past. So,
yeah.
you know what? Utilize that in some way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so the book is basically based on that, like a girl who has the gift of sight,
That's
premonition, and other things, and she
awesome,
sees
Jen.
things happen before they happen, and and
I
it's like, but it's based on things that actually have happened to me. So it's
uh
kind of, but I want it to be a book series, like kind of like you do with the House of Blood and some other things. Like you
right.
drew it out into 5 or 6 books. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm going for. I started one book, so it's a work in progress. I just need to
I
get back
can't
to it.
wait to read it.
So yes, you will
Well,
be my first book to send to,
yay.
and so, but
Well, I
take
love
I
knowing
want
the
to.
history and the meaning behind it. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's gonna be crazy, but yeah. But I want to thank you, Sasha George, so much for being on our show today.
Uh,
Please, 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 everybody go like her pages, subscribe to her stuff, follow, share, support. Those are the big things. And go read her books, go buy her books. Uh, you can get, I'm sure you have audiobooks too, I think, right?
coming soon,
Coming
yes.
soon, coming soon.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can at least order some of her books. She can ship them right out to you to your address. Order the books on her website. You said SashaGeorgeArt.com.
SashaGeorge.com.
SashaGeorge.com. Hell yeah.
Just SashaGeorge.com. And
Yes.
it'll give you a link to everything, the books, the artwork,
Yes.
the Insomnia Hour, the
Awesome.
collaborative stories, the news, what's coming out.
Yes.
Um, and,
Okay.
if you have questions, you can contact me at Sasha at SashaGeorge.com. Very easy. Even I can forget.
That's awesome.
Busted.
Well, I have an amazing time with you as always, and I've
Yes,
missed
and
you
thank
very
you for
much,
this.
and
I
I love
miss you
you very
too.
much, and I look forward
Mwah.
to all your new projects. And
Thank
please,
you.
everybody, go to SashaGeorge.com, buy some of her books,
Listen
read,
to the
listen,
music.
yes, listen to the music, go support and listen to her podcast. Just basing support, support, support. And thank you to all of you out there so much for supporting Wicked Entertaining, for
Thank
being a
you.
fan, for we have many things coming. We Get Real Global TV. We're about to have our own networks on Amazon Fire. We're going
Ooh.
to be on what else? Oh, there's Google TV or whatever, Android TV, and we're going to be on Roku and some other stuff. So be on the lookout for our networks, and we'll feature artists like Sasha George and many others on our networks.
I'm not.
So.
I'm just the maid. I'm just here cleaning.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sasha. I love you very much.
Love you. Love you,
Till
everybody.
next time. Peace
Au
out.
revoir. Bon
We'll be back
voyage.
very soon.
Bye.